Every couple wants to experience a luxurious and relaxing honeymoon after the stress of planning their wedding. But sometimes deciding where to go and how to get there is not always easy. Hi, I'm Maddie Addix, and today Terry McKinney from Cruise Planners is here to give our brides tips of how to plan the perfect honeymoon. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm excited to share my travel expertise with your wedding couples.
Oh, good. Okay, so how long have you been helping couples plan their perfect vacation?
I have been planning trips for the majority of my adult life.
Wow.
It was in 2009 when I started planning my daughter's destination wedding and honeymoon when I really got the romance travel bug. And ever since then, I've really been focusing on just romance travel. And I have realized that over the years, it doesn't matter if you're 21 or 91, everybody loves to feel special, everybody loves surprises, and everybody loves romance.
That is true. Do you specialize in all types of travel or mainly cruises?
No, we do everything.
Okay.
Land and sea. A lot of people don't particularly care for cruises. Even though my company name is Cruise Planners, it's okay. We do land, sea, whatever makes the couples happy. We have traveled the world and we can provide excellent guidance.
So if a couple comes to you and they don't know yet where they want their honeymoon, how do you help them decide?
It's actually a process.
Okay.
And probably 90% of my couples, I have to actually sit down with them. I have an entire list of questions. They're called qualification questions.
Oh, okay.
So they sit down together, and I would strictly, highly encourage the bride and groom to sit down together. This is a trip of a lifetime for them both, right. So they both need to be engaged in the process. So they go through the questions, and it really makes them think. And so then we have a conversation, and based on the feedback that I get from them, I put my thinking cap on, and I can come up with some guidance on what might be appropriate for them. Sometimes it takes a couple of rounds because that really gets them started to thinking, well, do I really want this? Or do I really want this? What can we cut? It just really makes them think. And so at the end of the day, which might be a couple of weeks later, we end up with a great honeymoon for them. They're happy, and that's always my goal, is to make sure that the honeymoon couples are ecstatic.
What are some of the top honeymoon destinations that you're seeing?
The Caribbean is very popular, and next to that would be Hawaii. They probably are parallel to each other. Paris,
wow.
Italy, very popular for a European destination. The Caribbean is probably one of the most requested because there's a lot of all-inclusive resorts. People love that because once you pay for your honeymoon, it's done. You don't have to open your wallet once you get there because even the staff gratuities are included.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so everything's done.
Everything's done.
So what is one tip that you have for couples planning their honeymoon?
How about several tips?
Yeah, go for it. Give us all your information.
I think my first tip would be for both the bride and groom to sit down together. Like I said, this is a trip of a lifetime, and they need to both be on the same page. Don't plan your honeymoon based on what maybe your friend has told you or where your friends have gone, because every couple is unique. Everyone is looking for something unique. And so that would be the first tip. Secondly, plan at least 9 months out.
Okay.
Longer if you have it, because you want to make sure you get the resort that we finally end up settling on and the room category. So the higher end suites always go first. You would be surprised. So plan early and have a budget and include the budget in your wedding budget. So if something has to be cut, if you look like you're going to be blowing through the budget, which we actually did, and I have experienced that myself, so it happens, don't cut the honeymoon, because the honeymoon is the trip of a lifetime. You're always going to look back and say, oh my gosh, it was fabulous. And it's very important to keep that your honeymoon dream intact. And I think one of the biggest issues or biggest tips I could give a honeymoon couple is to don't get stressed out. Work with a travel professional. If you work with someone like myself, you have solid professional on your team. I'm here for them 24/7, and when they're traveling, they have my personal cell number.
Oh, that's great.
I'm on WhatsApp. They always know that they can get in touch with me. But even during the planning process, call, email, text, do whatever to get in touch with me. But I am always there for them, because my ultimate goal is to make sure that they get the honeymoon of their dreams. It's not my honeymoon, it's theirs.
So a couple should contact you at least 9 months out.
At least.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
A year is okay to start talking. Flight schedules typically open up 330 days out. So 9 to 10 months out, we can even talk. Start talking about the flight plans.
Okay.
And then we can really get a good solid picture of the pricing.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little more about your vacation packages?
Yes. We can do as much or as little as the couple wants. What we typically do is we provide the flights, the accommodations, the transfers or a rental car, and the travel insurance. So everything is bundled together. It's a lot of our tour operators that we use will discount components when they're bundled together, so that's an extra savings.
Yeah.
But if somebody has frequent flyer miles that they would like to use, they can certainly do that. I can help them with that, and then that'll be an extra expense that comes off the line item.
For sure. Yeah.
So, but we're basically an all-inclusive travel company.
It sounds like
We
it.
can help with everything from A to Z.
If you want to know more information about cruise planners, log on to their website at navigateyourtravels.com.